Simple guide on how to pyrate for the spawner. Pi, right directory, down until it goes away. You can go to 2, doesn't matter. Up until it happens. Right there, 10. Showed up on 10, right? Go back down to 2, off, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's on. The game has a lazy chunk. I don't know the better way. It's just, they're just lazy chunks. The game tries to keep chunks loaded that you can't see barely, so things don't look stuttery. That's 4 chunks, buffer chunks. Lazy chunks, probably the wrong term, technical terminology, probably wrong. Buffer chunks, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. You have to go down 4 chunks. See, look at the pie. Down 1, still on. Down 2, still on. Down 3, still on. Down 4, off. But it's still 10 chunks away. So you have to go up 3. Because I go up 1 more, now it's going to show up. Have to go down 4 to get it to go away though. So down 4, up 3. The most basic level of pyrite, just pick a fucking direction. Not this way. All right, go this way. Not, oh, this way, 10 chunks, boom, easy. The better way, instead of checking all 4 directions, you can check 2 directions. You can check this way, and then go up by 1. And then you can check the other 2 ways, and then it's diagonal. All right, it lets you do it faster, but now it went up. I got a diagonal spike. It's really fucking complicated. I don't even understand diagonal spikes, okay? I just got a diagonal spike there, which means it's either 10 chunks diagonal this way, or 10 chunks diagonal this way, or there's like an initial third case where there's 2 spawners, and I've never learned negative pyrite because I don't like learning things, and it was really confusing when I watched the video. It's probably easy if you learn it, but I don't know, so I cannot help you. Can I explain the thing where if you know ahead of time you can beat an unbeatable end, or does that not count as MCSR? No, that's fine. The unbeatable end, by the way, is when the fountain is at, when there's no fountain, because the middle of the end is like just no terrain or whatever. So the bedrock will go down to Y0 and then it can't put the fountain. So you can't be the end. Fulham has a good video on this. There's also probably other good videos on it. But if you know in advance, you can intentionally bonk when you're entering end, which is like, I don't know how to do it, because I've never like needed to do it. But I think it's some shit with like, if you get yourself like piston pushed into the end portal or something, the game will think that you're at your overworld coordinates in the end, right? That happens if you're punching a nether portal sometimes, which is why people tell you to not punch your end portal sometimes. But if you enter not loading the dragon, right? Like obviously here I'm at 100-0, but let's say I was at like a fucking 1100, negative 1100, right? Like assuming that you're not just gonna die, you can build a flying machine to have a block be at 0-0 when you load the dragon, and then it'll put the fountain up there, because it just thinks there's terrain there because there's a block there. So that's how Fulham does it. That's what people do it. But you have to know in advance, because obviously you're not going to do that. You don't know that because it happens like 1 in a million seeds or whatever. Could I explain how I immediately determine which bastion is which? When you're E-rang, a lot of bastions have different spikes. Like bridge will never be over 40. Housing will, and by never I mean like so rarely. Like it's really rare for bridge and housing to spike over 40. Treasure's usually between 40 to 45, and stables is usually about 60. So just off of like the spike, I can kind of know. But then like I've been looking at these bastions for 5 years at this point. They're very, 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 very distinct, right? Like let's just do this and look at bridge, right? Like obviously I see the chalice, I know it's bridge. I see either of these pillars, I know it's bridge. I see this type of wall, I know it's bridge. I see the pig face, I know it's bridge. I see this weird surface ceiling, I know it's bridge. I see these 2 little things here, I know it's bridge. I see this bottom terrain, like just the bottom here, 2 blocks out, really flat wall, I know it's bridge. There's so many micro things that these bastions have different, and it's so hard to explain them all. It's just something that comes over time. Like stables, right? Like you see the outside parts, you think it's housing or stables. You see that this is like clean, like angles, it's stables, right? You look at the back, you see that it looks different than bridge, right? It's not a flat wall. There's a little bit of a jaggedness to it. You know it's stables, right? You see the indent farther in and like less flat, you know it's stables. But it's just playing so much, using a combination of what your E-spike is and then just the things that you see in the bastion. I could literally spend 2 hours on this because there's a million different identifiers for every bastion. How to get better at overworlds? Ooh, that's fun because no one knows. Play a lot of overworlds and then watch, like I think watching top players is really good, right? They're gonna do decisions that like, obviously if you can't copy all of them, like maybe you shouldn't enter a temple sea with no food. But watching top players, like they're linear in some ways and not linear in a lot of other ways. But just watching a lot of like top players, even if they're not talking out their decisions, like just watching what they're doing and being like, oh, like why did they go to this tree? Like people at the highest level are gonna do things for a reason, right? Like maybe the reason's gonna be wrong, but like in a ranked game, like everyone's gonna have intention behind their gameplay. So you have to think about like, why are they doing what they're doing? And these like innocuous decisions, but just playing a lot and watching replays is good. Why does ground zero work? It's actually a really good question. When the dragon decides to fireball you, it has to see you to fireball you. Ground zero works by obstructing that view long enough to get enough beds down and kill a dragon. So you'll see sometimes, I wonder, I'm not good at forcing this. I'm not good at shooting the crystals either, I guess. So that's why people shoot the tower beforehand, because it just forces that like strafe pattern, the whatever it's called, crystal shooting pattern. But you'll see like, okay, GG. This happens a lot. Like if you watch anybody stream, like this will happen in like almost every end fight that you have to wait for the one cycle. Like the dragon will look for a fireball, and sometimes it like kind of gets stuck and will start doing circles. Like what? Oh, almost did it there. So the dragon will spin above you, looking for you to try to fireball until it gets 10 blocks away from you. And then it will leave. I think it's 10. Maybe it's not 10. But it'll go until it gets to a certain height, and then it will leave. Bye. So that's why ground zero is so precise. And now it can see me so fireballs. That's why there's like the quad iron bar set up here. Oh, I have iron bars. Because you're trying to keep the dragon above you as far as you can. It's like so precise, but that's how ground zero works, is the dragon's just trying to fireball you the whole time and you make it so you can. How does one untilt? I don't know, bro. Queue up again. If you you can't lose 12 in a row. How do you overlap breaking leaves and mining wood correctly for islands? If you break the leaves and then mine the wood, you can pick up the leaves when you're mining the wood. And then if you have your line in your head of what trees specifically you're breaking, because you know like where you're leaving the island from, you can sort of like break maybe 2/3 of the leaves on the way there, break the logs as you pick those up, and then break 1/3 of the leaves that you're gonna break on the way to leaving the island where the ravine is, right? Like it's about having the entire route on the island, the micro route planned in your head beforehand, and then you just play from there. And that just comes with like, okay, you have the time to plan that out because you don't have to think about what you're crafting, and you don't have to think about like organizing your hotbar. Like when all that stuff is automatic, then you can spend more time on the decision making and thinking about exactly what you have to do. What are the fundamentals that someone needs to know? I would say like needs to know. You should know how to one cycle a dragon. You should know how to find the stronghold without using 5,000 eyes. You don't even have to use an imbot, but you should know how to like find the stronghold, and you should know where the gold is in the bastions. You don't have to know a route. You should know where the gold is in the bastions. Like one basic route. I think that's kind of it. And I guess like building a portal and a lava pool, and then you can just reset for villages and go for like sub 30. How do I stop ghost bucketing? You just kind of have to aim slower. It's because owie, I forgot it's the nether. I was like, why is that lava going so fast? It's because there's like a one tick delay, the client and the server. So if you're aiming too fast, I should do this and just try to fucking smash a portal. It's just something that comes with time. Like it's just, I don't even really know. I think it's when you look. I actually like see that, but we go spike it though. I don't know why this is working so well. It's just when you're flicking, moving mouse while clicking or something. I don't know what the actual mechanic is, but you just kind of have to slow down. This common bastion, actually all 4 of them are the same, but treasure, you'll feel like you run into it more because it's the only bastion you can run into while you're trying to pyrite for a fortress, but they all happen a quarter of the time. What are my keybinds? Everything is default. My thin is V, my wide is H, my bow tie is \, and then I have F3 on default because I have big hands. What safer play should I make if I'm struggling to survive and complete on low/no food seeds? If it's a seed where you can get more food, you just should get more food. In the nether, if you can get more food, you should get more food. Like maybe if you want to, you can go out of your way for mushrooms. You can go out of your way to kill a hoglin. But if it's on a no food seed, you just, I guess, have to play smart. Like just slow down. Don't throw pearls you don't need to throw. Make sure you know exactly where your pearl's landing before you throw it. Don't kiss the blazes in the spawner. I don't know. It's just kind of like, how do I not take damage? Like don't put yourself in a situation to take damage.